Welcome back. It is now time for What's Hot. This is where we talk about the stories that have everybody talking.
We are joined by Barb Bartlien, the People Pro, and Jeff Wagner is back. Student loan interest rates just doubled and could stay there unless Congress acts. On top of that, college default rates higher than graduation rates. More than 260 colleges and universities have students that are more likely to default on their loans than full-time freshmen are to graduate. Those are discouraging numbers.
Depressing.
Well, but here's the thing. I mean, I think for years and years, colleges and universities have been raising their tuition rates year after year after year without being honest about what the job market looks like. So, I mean, here's the deal. Look, I'm all in favor of college. I'm certainly in favor of things like law school. But I think students have to make an objective decision. How am I going to pay for this? And do I want to go into debt like this, knowing that I'm coming out into a brutal job market?
I don't think a lot of these kids understand the debt, Jeff. They get lured in by the universities, by the online universities, which, by the way, have really proliferated in the past few years. And they're told, get a good education, get a good job. That's about as far as it goes. And then they start signing the papers for loans, not realizing how long it takes to pay down a $100,000 loan when you're making $22,000 a year.
I think back on it, how remarkably easy it was to sit there in the financial aid office signing this paper. You have no idea what it is. Well, you know what it is. It's money, so you're going to sign it. But what's coming down the line?
You come out of undergrad, you've got like $80,000 or $100,000 in debts, you can't find a job, so you say, I know, I'm going to go to law school and I'll delay this. So the effect is 3 years later you come out of law school, now you're $200,000 in debt and the job market is brutal. Schools need to be more honest and upfront about what the real placement rate is, and at least kids can maybe start to make an educated decision.
But why, Jeff? They've already got the money. And then when the students default, we have to pay the bill.
All right. Topic number one ends there. Don't go to law school. We got enough of Jeff Wagner.
Oh,
coming up next,
that wasn't the point.
Students at one school district are taking yoga classes. Not everyone's happy about it, though. Why some parents, sorry, Jeff, want that yoga class gone.
Now more of What's Hot.
Again, we're joined by Barb Bartlien. She's the People Pro, and Jeff Wagner. He's the guy on News Radio 620 WTMJ. So yoga is staying put in one California school district. A student's parents sued the district, saying yoga is religious in nature. They wanted that yoga program gone, but a judge says the curriculum emphasizes respect, proper breathing, and posture. He says there's nothing religious about that. I'll tell you what, when I do my yoga stretches in the morning to try and work out the kinks, I'm not thinking anything spiritual. I'm thinking, man, this hurts.
Stretch away. Here's another example in my mind of narrow-sighted, rigid parents trying to make a fuss over something that doesn't need a fuss. Kids really can use this kind of activity. There's a recent study by the CDC that shows the anxiety level these days of teenagers is on par with inpatient psychiatric hospital patients from the 1950s. In other words, our kids are stressed out. Let's let them have a little yoga.
That, I think it helps them focus. I mean, it's been used a lot in districts where children need this. And I think that branching it out is a good practice. It's not like it's tied into a religious class. Like there's a little bit at the beginning and a little bit at the end where they teach them anything other than these yoga poses and breathing.
Yeah, Steve, I'm with you. On those rare occasions when I have participated in a yoga class, I acknowledge maybe I have taken the Lord's name in vain, but it's not in a religious type of situation. It's just, ooh, I don't think I was supposed to stretch that way.
We learned something new about Jeff Wagner today, everybody.
Jeff Wagner doing yoga.
Yeah, not a pretty sight.
In our final What's Hot, it can be tough to get your hands on concert tickets. That's because many of them are sold to people in fan clubs. Others go to the artist or to the venue. Now, one congressman trying to stop that to help out us, the little guy.
Give me strength. I mean, look, there's all sorts of things going on. I mean, deal with the budget, deal with immigration, deal with crime, deal with taxes, deal with that. Look, the reality is, if you want to get, good tickets to shows, there's all sorts of ways you can do it. Join the fan club. You'll have access to the tickets. I don't think we need Congress getting involved.
Well, I don't think it's a bad idea, Jeff, though, to take a look at this. A couple years ago, I tried to get tickets to the Rolling Stones Better Bang Tour, and you had to pay $200 to join the stinking fan club to even get into the queue. I think at the very least this needs to be transparent, and fans need to know exactly how many tickets are really out there before they wait in line or sit there at the phone dialing over and over again.
Doesn't it smack, though, a little bit of opportunism, maybe price fixing, when an artist has, let's say, 50 seats set aside for friends and family, and then those 50 seats wind up on a StubHub or something like that, selling for 3-4 times the face value.
I don't mind
because the artist is making that money.
See, but I don't mind the artist getting the dough. What really irritates me is where you have the ticket brokers who come in and they have all sorts of people that buy up the tickets, and then it's sold out 5 minutes afterwards, and then 10 minutes later the $50 seat is on sale for $250. If you were going to go after somebody, it's the ticket brokers I'd go after.
Yeah, well, let's go after them and not just say let's leave it alone.
Jimmy Buffett wouldn't do that.
I belong to the fan club, and I get the deals through American Express. Okay,
and that's his in full disclosure. He's just the Buffett guy. He doesn't do anything else. That's his concert.
Jeff is on the inside lane here.
Well, it's okay. You got to look for the angle every now and then. Okay, if it's important to you, if there's a will, there's a way. Trust me, you can do it.
Bins to the left. We'll take a quick break. We will be right back.